Kia ora New Zealand, in your bulletin today, the air in Parnell, Auckland was tinged with sadness as the nation said goodbye to Sir Paul Holmes. The broadcaster died on Friday last week at his home in the Hawke's Bay, and thousands turned up to farewell the broadcaster at Auckland's Holy Trinity Cathedral this afternoon. The mourners were greeted by the Very Reverend Joe Kelly-Moore.
We have come together to remember before God the life of Sir Paul Scott Holmes, and to give thanks for the impact of his life on us all, for his commitment to this country, for the love and care that he offered others, and for his inspiration to so many people.
Among the many tributes, both of his children farewelled their dad, along with friend and fellow broadcaster John Hawkesby, who said 62 was way too young to die.
Go well, Sir Paul. Rest easy. God knows you've earned it. Thanks for the memories and the big, big heart. So long, you clever, charming, courageous, cheeky little whitey.
And yesterday, Australia was rocked by an Australian Crime Commission report that has revealed widespread use of performance-enhancing drugs, match fixing and links to organised crime in a variety of codes there. Prime Minister John Key will discuss the Australian sporting scandal with his counterpart Julia Gillard this weekend to try and unravel any implications to New Zealand. Alan Lee spoke to Graham Steele from Drug Free New Zealand this morning and asked if he thought there is any drug taking on a similar level here in New Zealand.
It would be foolish for us to say that there is no drug taking here, but we've had no indication of anything of this extent.
And Graham Steele says athletes need to also be aware of all the banned substances that are in any legitimate medication they might be taking, such as painkillers.
Seems to me that what's happened in Australia has gone beyond that, where athletes have been either deliberately avoiding those rules or have been, lured into taking things by dodgy doctors and sports scientists, conceivably without really understanding what they're being given.
And in overseas news, 53 people have died in a high-speed collision between a bus and a truck in Zambia, in one of the country's worst ever traffic accidents. The bus carrying 73 passengers hurtled into an oncoming truck. Some 22 survivors are being treated in a nearby missionary hospital. And strong aftershocks have hampered efforts to send aid to tsunami-affected villages in the Solomon Islands as the death toll following a powerful 8.0 magnitude earthquake rose to 9. Officials say the damage is much worse than first thought, with the tsunami leaving 6,000 people homeless. To the Middle East, and the two-day summit of the Organisation of Islamic Cooperation wrapped up as Islamist leaders backed a plan by Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi for more dialogue among Syrians to end the brutal civil war. They urged opponents of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to meet with the untainted government officials. Morsi said everyone at the summit agreed on the need to ramp up efforts to end what he called the tragedy that the Syrian people are living. And back home, and there are dairy farmers across New Zealand who remain in dire straits even after this week's rainfall. Federated farmers in the Bay of Plenty have said what they really need is for a downpour to last more than 4 days. The 40 millimetres of rain that fell in the Bay of Plenty this week is the most rain to be recorded in 6 months. And a close encounter for the Earth next week as an asteroid less than half a football field in diameter will hurtle by about 27,000 kilometres from our planet. Object DA14 is the biggest asteroid yet to pass so close, but scientists say there's nothing to worry about. And that was your news for Friday the 8th of February. Ka kite anō.